"Ah, so you've come to hear the tale again, have you? Good. Sit by the fire and I'll tell you of the boy with the sun in his hair and a heart fierce enough to change the world. His name was Corin, just 15 winters old when he left the valley. Blonde, like wheat before the harvest, and his hair ran long past his shoulders, often tangled by wind but never cut, not once. He wore it that way because his sister said it made him look like the heroes from the old tales, and when he smiled at her, she'd forget the ache in her chest for a while. His mother, pale and tired from too many years of hunger and fear, would watch them with quiet hope. It was for those two, his little sister Lyra and his mother Marie, that Corin stepped beyond the misty edges of Vale Hollow. The valley had once been peaceful. Green hills, calm streams, nights filled with music and firelight. But war had come. Not a clash of armies, no, worse. Bands of raiders, driven by greed, swept down from the northern cliffs. They took what they wanted: crops, livestock, sons for labor, daughters for darker things. The elders whispered of a sword once hidden in the roots of the world, a blade said to shine like moonfire and carry the spirit of the first peacekeeper, the Willowblade. Most thought it legend. Corin believed otherwise. I remember the morning he left. He stood at the edge of the village, barefoot, a satchel slung across one shoulder and a carved wooden pendant, his sister's gift, around his neck. The mountains loomed ahead, and though his hands shook, his voice was clear. "I'll bring it back," he told Lyra. "The sword and peace." He walked into the wind, alone. The journey was not kind. Through bramble and snow, Corin passed the remnants of forgotten towns and frostbitten woods. Once he was chased by wolves, white-eyed and hungry, but he climbed into the hollows of an old tree and waited 2 days without sleep. Another time, a merchant tried to trick him into trading his pendant for a loaf of bread. Corin refused. Some things, he said, are not for sale, but it was in the Whispering Peaks where the true test awaited. There, hidden beneath roots of an ancient willow twisted by centuries, the blade slept, or so the tale said. And to reach it, one had to pass the 3 trials. The first was of endurance, a storm unlike any other, wind sharp as knives, and thunder that cracked the sky like glass. Corin walked through it, clutching the memory of his sister's laugh. He nearly froze, but he did not fall. The second was of truth. A ghost of his father, lost in the early raids, appeared to him, bloody, broken, blaming. "You could not protect us," it whispered. "Why would you succeed now?" Corin, weeping, answered, "Because I must." And the ghost vanished. The third was of sacrifice. A bridge of thorny vines led to the willow's heart. At the center was a pool, clear and deep, and in it he saw the lives of his mother and sister, safe and bright. But only if he gave up everything, his voice, his memories, even the joy of seeing them again. Only then would the sword be his. He did not hesitate. The willow's roots shivered. From beneath the earth rose the blade, silver, etched with runes that hummed with old forgotten peace. Corin took it in hands bloodied from the thorns, and as he did, light filled the grove. Not warm light, no, it was calm light, like the hush after a storm. And the boy who had entered the mountains alone turned back with the Willowblade at his side. He returned to Vale Hollow after 3 moons had passed, thinner, changed, but his eyes still carried that same fire. The raiders came once more, but this time they were met not with fear, but with the light of a blade that sang when it moved. I saw it myself. One swing, just one, and the earth itself shook. The raiders fell to their knees as if some ancient weight pressed upon them, and they fled, never to return. Corin never spoke again. The sacrifice, remember? But his mother wept into his hands, and Lyra, frail and coughing, clung to his side. The sword was placed in the village hall, not as a weapon, but as a promise. Years passed, the valley healed, crops returned. Children laughed again, and Corin, silent but present, walked among us like a ghost with golden hair. He never married, never left again. But every spring, he would sit beneath the same willow tree that grew in the village square, descended, some say, from the very one that hid the blade. He'd watch Lyra play, and Mari bake loaves to feed the village children. Peace had come, not from war, not from revenge, but from a boy who believed love was reason enough to fight for a better world. Now, you ask me why I remember this story so well? Because I was Lyra, and my brother gave up everything so I could live.